Okay, now we're working here. I forgot to put my memory card into the camera, and until I did that I couldn't do this recording. Anyway, what you see before you is the Joe pipe. This one here, the 2-inch, and this is the larger 4-inch. I'm just going to put this away. I know I've been getting comments, people wanting to know the imperial or the data. What's the, how much heat is it putting it out, and how much propane does it take to make a certain amount of heat. And what I would like to do is, let's see, let's go over here. Use this here as a test model to put to heat water with, and actually to put I'm going to take this off the tripod, and to put a coil inserted into the end of this 4-inch stainless steel pipe. The pipe itself is exactly 57 inches from the end there to here. Then I have a 12-inch, inch-and-a-half extension, and that's where it was actually adding the air and the fuel before. Okay, I'd like to turn this whole thing into a hot water plenum, and there's no sense doing part of the pipe because the whole pipe is going to end up getting hot. So we need to set things up. So I'm just going to put the camera back on to the tripod again, just to give you a little indication of how we like to proceed. And I sure would like your comments out there on this. I need help on this. Okay, let's put that there. So if you were going to set up, it'd actually be something like this. Taking the small Joe pipe, put her all the way to here. So you know that the level 4 is going to be burning up this position, and it should, the direct heating from the pipe will be added to the process. Just can't get it right there. Okay, it's just leave it there. The end of the pipe is sticking out, so it's not really balanced. But you get the idea. So this would actually be centered, and I would like to have a plate in the end. Make something that'll slip around the pipe. That's going to hold everything in. That's important. And then somewhere over here on the 2-inch Joe pipe, to make another setup to where it's centered, so where the 2-inch Joe pipe will be supported within the 4-inch plenum. Okay, I'll take this off again. Did I bring it out? I did bring it out. We're going to take a measure of the diameter of the pipe. So we have, back this up a bit, hang on. Let's go at 14. So we got 1, 2, 3, we have exactly 3 inches and 3/4 inside diameter. So 3.75 inches inside diameter. This is where you need 3 hands. Okay, stay there. That goes over there. Okay, we're back. So some of you guys can figure out what the area in here is going to be. 57 inches times 3.75, so that gives you your inside plenum measurements, and maybe minus say a 1/4 inch for the pipe supports. Well, just work it out. Yeah, I think 57 inches would be fine, because the Joe pipe is going to be in there too, and we'll just count the Joe pipe as part of the heating process. Okay, and I've kind of roughly calculated what a 1/2 inch copper pipe would work out to if you used around 50 feet. And so we're looking at maybe 28 inches, so from here to here. So the small Joe pipe would be inside, and it would be supported. And so if you actually had the copper winding already done up, you could slide it right in, right? Then you would make up a deal where you could support the small Joe pipe inside the plenum, and that way you're getting the direct heating of the Joe pipe, plus the exhaust heating. And so we could actually set the whole thing to a level 4, set the Joe pipe to a level 4 setting, where the air and the fuel, the air and the propane is set to its slowest, and see how hot we can actually get this plenum. So we're going to want to take a measure of the air temperature, and if the plenum here gets a 500-600 degrees, you want to minus the air temperature to get your actual how much heat is being generated, how much the air is being heated from the ambient temperature. And you get about 30 pounds of metal here, stainless, and it's going to absorb quite a bit of the heat. And so we're going to calculate the take the ambient temperature of the air and see how hot the exhaust where the Joe pipe set on the level 4 will heat this 4-inch plenum. And then we want to take a measure of the waste heat coming out of here, and I would expect probably around at least 400 degrees after it's all said and done. That's just with a mock setup. That's not pushing any water through it. But if if the coil was set in place, say if you had this whole thing as a coil, that would be the preferable thing, but you're looking at a lot of money. And someone out there might have a shop, maybe they have an extra 80 feet, 100 feet of copper. Maybe you could wind a coil for me about 3.5 inches outside diameter, and maybe slightly less, maybe 3 3/8, and that coil could be slid into the plenum here. And so once you're all set up, you can crank it up, and you can have a little pump to pump, maybe to pump so many feet per minute to heat up maybe an auxiliary. See if that was a auxiliary water tank, like maybe fit probably 20-gallon tank. How long would it take to raise 20 gallons, say 100 degrees Fahrenheit? So maybe that might be a test. Okay, I'd like to hear back from some of you guys on this. I'd like to make this a joint venture. So with this kind of heat, we're going to get the data that we're looking for, and from that you guys out there can start designing and building your own hot water systems that eventually will run on wood gas and replaces propane. Okay, I'm going to get this out to you. Joshua signing out here. Please comment on this. I'd like to hear your input. Thanks.